Good morning, St. John's.
Good morning, Miss Sarah.
Today you are going to learn about sequencing. Let's read the I can statements together. I can. Let's try that again. I can sequence the major events of a story. You're probably saying, what does that mean? Sequence is such a big word. S-E-Q-U-E-N-C-E. Sequence, such a huge word. This word, I have a definition right here for you. It's putting things or events in order it happened. Come on, Mackenzie. Just sit right there. Putting things or events in order it happened. Why would we put anything in order it happened? Why would we do that? Oceana?
We will do that so then when you say sequence the major events of a story, then we will know which one was first, second, third, first, then, next, and last.
Oh, she used key words I really liked in that definition. She used first, next, then, or last. And I heard second come out of your mouth. Did you say second? Second is also one of those words. Now, first is something that happens in the beginning of something, or a story, because later we'll be reading a story. Second is something that happened second, happened right after the beginning. Then you have next and then. That usually means what happens in the middle of the story. And last is what happens at the end of the story. Okay? Yeah. When we switch up the events, when we switch up what happens in the story might not make sense. For example, we have a man, we have 4 pictures of a man right here. And you have the man in his clothes. Then you have him here putting his jacket on. Here he's putting his hat on. And here he's putting on a collared shirt. Divine, you could sit right behind her. Neve, thank you. Okay, so Miss Sarah's got to think. Everyone put their thinking caps on. Turn them on. Crank them on, crank them on, crank them on. Okay. So, I think the first one would be this guy. He's got his under stuff on, his undershirt on, his pants on, but I think this is going to be the first. Notice how I use the key word, first. Okay, let's try that. 1. Then, I think he's going to put on his shirt. Next, he's going to put on his jacket. Am I calling out loud, Xavier? And last, he's going to put on his hat. That's what I think. Because what I'm thinking is, if he puts on his jacket before he puts on his shirt, what's going to happen when he goes to work? What's going to happen when he goes to work? Mackenzie?
His shirt is going to break.
He's not going to have a shirt, right? There's going to be no shirt. He's just going to have an undershirt. Wouldn't that be silly if someone came into work or school with just an undershirt?
Yes.
That'd be silly. So he's got to make sure he puts his shirt on first, and then he puts on his jacket. What happens if he puts on his hat before he puts his shirt on? What if he decides to put his hat on and then his shirt? Sky? That's okay. You can still answer the question. What happens if he puts the hat on and then he puts his shirt on? Can he do that? Yeah, you could probably do that. That's true. How many of you put your hat on before your shirt?
No.
Now I have a question. What if the shirt doesn't have buttons?
What
What if the shirt doesn't have buttons? Then he's gonna put his hat on and he's gonna put the shirt over the hat. Isn't that gonna be really hard?
No.
It's gonna be extremely hard. Go ahead, get a tissue. Okay, so let's see if we're right. Ready? Whoops.
1,
Yes.
2,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
4.
Give ourselves a cheer.
Click and drop the number to sequence the action.
Now it's your turn. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have these 4 pictures here. The first picture is a boy eating. Then he's waking up from his bed. Then he's walking to school and brushing his teeth. What I want you to do, and not right away, I want you to turn to your partner and, I didn't say go. I want you to turn to your partner and just discuss which one goes first. Make sure you're using your words. First, next, then, and last. Go ahead, turn and talk. And it's done. Xavier, are we supposed to be that loud? No. Next time, what's going to happen if you are that loud during turn and talk? You're going to have to turn your... What are you going to have to do? Turn your card to what color? Yellow. Do you want to do that? No. So we're going to bring our voices back down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Hands on the head. Hands and ears. Hands out here. Hands here. Hold and down. Awesome. All right. Let's hear from some of those groups. Josiah, which one do you think goes first? That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't remember. Thank you, Josiah. Go ahead, Josiah. Tell us. He wakes up from the bed. Okay. Why does that have to be first, Josiah?
Because it's the first thing you do in the morning when you go to school.
It's the first thing we do in the morning? Okay, well, why can't I just go to school? Because you need to not just get dressed, but
Brush your teeth
what else?
and
And what else? Can I just go to school? No, I can't just go to school. My bed doesn't fly and go to school. It doesn't just... do-do-do-do-do. And not only that, but if you're in school sleeping, are you going to learn?
No.
Oh, we're not going to learn.
Especially when you're going to school with your pajamas on.
Especially.
Yeah.
All right. So, that's a good one. That's a first. He's waking up. Then, what happens next? What happens next, Sebastian?
He brushed his teeth.
He brushes his teeth. Who agrees with Sebastian? He brushes his teeth. Let's see. Okay, let's put that as number 2. Okay. So he wakes up. He brushes his teeth. Then what happens? What happens? Kevin. He eats. Okay. All right. And what happens last? Rihanna.
He goes to school.
He goes to school. Now, Rihanna, I have a question. Can he go to school before he brushes his teeth?
No.
Why not?
Because he's not going to brush his teeth at school, so he has to brush his teeth at home.
You can't brush your teeth at school. It'd be silly
If
if Eliana went into the bathroom and Z was brushing her teeth in the bathroom. Wouldn't that be silly?
Yeah. But where's the toothpaste?
I don't know.
You brush your teeth when you go outside because there's no sink outside or toothpaste.
You were so right, Leland. You were so right. All right, let's bring it back. So let's use our words. You ready? This one was first. This was
Second.
or
Next.
next.
And then last.
This one was third or then. And this one was last. Good job. You guys are super smart. Let's see if you get it right. Ready?
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
4.
I have a super challenge for you.
Click and drop the numbers to sequence the
I
action.
have a super challenge for you. You ready?
Yes.
You saw the boy waking up. You saw the boy brushing his teeth. Before he eats, what could he do? What could he do before he brushes his teeth? Before he brushes his teeth. Or even after. He could do this after. How about after he brushes his teeth? I'm sorry. What could he do?
He can eat breakfast.
He can eat breakfast, but before he eats breakfast, what can he do?
Brush his teeth.
We talked about brushing teeth. Something that was not on the board.
He
Oh, think of your own routine. You wake up, you brush your teeth. Before you eat breakfast, what do you do? But they didn't show up there. What could you do? Xavier, what do you think?
maybe to put your clothes on.
Put your clothes on! You could put your clothes on. You can't go to school without your clothes. That'd be silly. Oh my goodness, Divine, was that appropriate?
Nope.
No, that was not appropriate. So what am I going to ask you to do? Yes, I think we need to change our card, please. Go ahead and change your card.
Okay.
Thank you, Divine. And let's not say that again.
Okay.
All right. Nope, you need my remote. Okay. So now what you guys are going to do is you're going to do this on your own, independently, which means on your own. But before you do that, I need to read you a story about a little caterpillar. Maybe you've heard of it. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you guys read it. It's a very popular book. If you have not read it yet, it's okay. I'm going to read it to you now. I'm not going to read all of it to you. I'm just going to read the major events, the big events in the story. Okay? The story is called The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. Everybody see the little egg?
Can't see it.
Little egg.
I know that.
So first, he was a little egg. Okay? One Sunday morning, you can see behind you. On one Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. See the little caterpillar?
Yes.
So when you're hungry, what do?
Eat.
You eat. So then he eats all these yummy, yummy things, all these delicious, nutritious things, right? And then he eats some things that are not so nutritious, right?
Candy.
No, candy's not good for you though, right? Once in a while, but not always. Okay, and then he eats this yummy looking leaf. Okay.
That's not disgusting.
Ready? Now he wasn't hungry anymore. And he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore.
He's mad.
Ready?
No, that's not appropriate.
Yes, you did, Xavier. I need you to sit on your bottom because people behind you can't see.
That's not appropriate.
He built a small house called a cocoon. Can you guys say cocoon? Around. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and
Turn to a butterfly.
turned into a butterfly. He was a beautiful butterfly.
Those are big wings.
Butterfly.
Okay, the story. Thank you very much. So much.
That's nice. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. So now, what you're going to do? I need ready position. Hands, head, hands and ears. Hands out here. Hands here. Fold and down. Awesome. What I need from you guys is, there's a sheet on your desk, and you're going to have little pieces like this. Let me show you. Little pieces like this on your desk. You are going, thank you. You are going to glue them on your paper. You are going to glue them on your paper where you think it happened. If it happened first, next, then, or last. After you are done gluing, you are then going to turn the paper over and write what you see in each picture. Okay? Using the words first, next, then, and last. Okay? Make sure you write your name on it. We are at a level 0. If you need help, what should you do? Show me. Show me, show me. Don't tell me, show me. If you need help, you're going to raise your hand. Okay? Sit in my position. Oh, if you are on the orange table, tiptoe to that table, to this table right here. You're the orange table, tiptoe to the pawn table. If you are the blue table, tiptoe to that table, the next table, the blue table, the blue table. If you are purple table, go ahead and tiptoe up to that last table in the corner. Up. If you are yellow table, thank you. If you are yellow table, tiptoe to that table. If you are red table, tiptoe to that table. Up. And if you are the last table, we'll sit at. Go ahead. The last table, we'll sit there. What table are you guys? Okay, go ahead and sit at that last table, okay?
Green.